Isang palaban na military man ang magigest niyo, and FYI, nakulong po siya for more than 7 years, but still, he was able to run as a senator and he won.
Very fearless. Are you?
Okay.
Or do you think you are a fearless person?
Well, I don't see myself that way, no? Nakikita ko lang na when something needs to be done, parang I'm compelled to do it. Parang kung kailangan tumindig for something, ganun.
So, you listen to your calling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you started off as a military man.
Yes.
Diba? And back in the administration of 2000s, you were the head of that Oakwood Mutiny. Can you please share to our audience? Kasi syempre madami pa sa generation na ngayon na hindi nakakaalam kung anong nangyari nung time na yon.
Ang nangyari nung mga time na yon, grabe ang corruption sa military, no? And nagkakagulo sa Pilipinas, grabe corruption sa government. And yun, may mga state-sponsored na terrorist acts, no? Na in short, inuutusan yung mga kasama namin sundalo to kill civilians. And hindi pumayag yung mga kasama namin. So compounded lahat yung reasons ng mga problema sa military and government. So we were compelled to present it to the public. Gusto namin ilabas yon and for the people to know about it. Kung anong gagawin nila yon, it's up to them.
So, you were the head of military then, yet yung mga tao sa baba were being hired. Tama po ba?
No. I'm just one of the leaders of the
mutiny.
group.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Nung time na yon, sa iba't ibang units of the armed forces, nakaka-experience ng corruption. So, yung mga classmates ko sa Philippine Military Academy, so nasi-share nila yung mga stories nila of corruption, tapos pati yung mga nangyayari sa field, ano, na yung bala at baril ng gobyerno, because of corruption, binibenta sa mga kalaban na ginagamit yon to kill our own soldiers. So, iba't ibang storya, no? Sa Air Force, sa Navy, binibenta yung mga fuel para lang, yun nga, for themselves, no? Because of corruption. Marami yung mga ghost deliveries, ghost purchases, ghost soldiers. These are technical terms ng corruption. Yung ghost delivery, yan, for example, on paper, bibili sila ng mga bala. Pero, walang i-deliver, pinepera yon. Ngayon, nagkaroon ng gera sa Mindanao, no? Yung all-out war ng mga late 1990s. So, ang nangyari doon, in just a few months, naubusan ng bala yung military natin. Yung kalaban.
Purchase talaga happened.
So, on paper, may bala, pero wala talaga. Ngayon na nagkagera, so kailangan talaga ng real bullet. So, we had to import, ano? So, ganong klaseng corruption that actually killed soldiers. And dumating yung punto na enough is enough, no? Compound that with what's happening sa national government kasi si GMA was a very corrupt president. So, ganun nangyari.
So, how did you take it upon yourself na ikaw yung mag-head ng mutiny? And why did you think of doing a hostage? Kasi if you think about it, hostage talaga siya sa isang hotel. What was the thought process?
Ganito yan, ano? Being the face, ika nga nung Oakwood incident, ano lang yon, incidental lang yon. Kasi nag-research ako noon, when I took up my master's, ang thesis ko noon was corruption in the military. So, na-document ko ito mga to. Kaya, naging repository ako ng mga different forms of corruption. Kaya, I was able to articulate it at that time, no? So, incidental lang yon. Naging mukha lang ako, but yung mga classmate ko, it was a collective leadership. And, ang hindi hostage yon.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, because we took over that place, then we allowed everybody to go out.
Yeah. Okay,
Kasi
alright.
nga, yeah.
So, walang naiwan na tao sa loob.
Wala.
Basically, you took over the hotel. And what was the message that you wanted for the government then to hear and the public?
Ang kailangan lang naman namin was a platform. Nung panahon na yun nung nakita ng mga classmates ko na lugar na pwede kami makapag-conduct ng press conference to tell the people kung ano nangyayari talaga sa iba't ibang parte ng Pilipinas. And para malaman nila yung mga hinaing namin.
When you entered Oakwood, with arms or wala?
Ako kasi, nag-ano na ako nun na I escaped from detention nung time na yon. Kaya, oo, dahil yung grupo namin was already found out a few weeks earlier. So, na-pick up na ako, kumbaga, na-detain na ako.
I didn't know you were in prison prior.
Yeah. So, only a few people know that actually. So, nung nakadetain na ako, so, bago mangyari yung Oakwood, so actually, it's a choice. I can choose to be detained, ano?
Where were
para
you
ma-spare
detained, by the way?
Doon sa Fort Bonifacio. Yeah.
Kasama nyo yung mga military men too, not normal criminals.
Yes, yung mga ilang kasama rin namin na nag-leak na kasi, no, na compromise na yung operation. So, na-detain na ako. And nung time na yon, so actually it's a choice na had I stayed there, hindi ako makakasuhan kasi hindi ako kasama doon sa
True.
Pero yun kasi, you cannot bear the thought na yung mga kasama mo nandoon and yet they're expecting you to be there. So, tumakas ako doon.
Paano? Paano po kayo nakatakas sa isang detention facility?
Ano yan? May mga paraan. So anyway,
curious, okay.
I ended up there a few days before the actual incident. So nag-aantay na lang kami. So yung mga grupo namin, mga officers, eventually they came dun sa, yun pinakang rendezvous point namin. Yun.
And when you entered, you did your media con, press con.
Yeah.
How did the people react?
It was too much information. Actually, it was a hard lesson for us in public communications. Yung media, hindi nila naiintindihan yung sinasabi namin. Kasi nga, ang daming issues. Ang kanila is, uy, may kudeta, dito sila. So, that was the news for them. It's not the issues. It's not the grievances namin. And yung public, hindi, kailangan i-break down mo into,
what's the heart of the reason why we did this?
Para, digestible parts, kasi, sound bites lang ang kukunin ng media. So, in the end, the whole incident, ang takeaway nila doon, may mga grievances kami, it's a coup, ganito. More political ang side na kinuha nila. So, hindi nalabas yung mga issues namin at that time.
So, you felt like the message wasn't sent out?
Initially.
Because
it was also a failure on our part to communicate, no? Kasi we had certain assumptions na pagka nagsasalita kami, kagaya nito, naiintindihan kami. So, kumbaga walang in-between, walang lost in translation, yung pala hindi ganon.
So, nung nandun na, was it a little bit chaotic?
Yes, it is.
You guys didn't organize who was gonna say this, or how was it?
We were able to say what we needed to say, pero yung mga sinabi namin, hindi naman necessary lumabas yun sa evening news. Kasi ang palalabasin ng media, yung gusto nilang palabasin. Kung ano yung magandang anggulo. Ano ba yung most controversial part dito.
Right.
So, syempre, yung actions namin of actually taking over that place, that's the bigger news for the public at large. Hindi yung issue namin. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so after that, you were detained once again.
Yes.
And was it in the same facility or in a stricter compound?
Mag-iba-iba, no? I was detained initially dun sa Camp Aguinaldo, dun sa ISAP. So, May mga moments yon. The first 3 years, doon ako. May mga, nung una, sobrang higpit, ano.
Do share, ano po yung sobrang higpit? Kasi, syempre, from the start, nakalabas po kayo, kaya medyo worry po sila sa inyo. Kasi napakagaling po ni Senator.
Hindi naman.
Diba? Nakakalusot. So, how strict was strict for you?
Ano yun? Nasa selda kayo, no? Tapos, you're only allowed to have a sunning privilege ng 1 hour per day. Tapos, you don't have anything. Walang TV, walang nothing.
Oh, so you were unaware what was happening outside?
Meron naman yung mga lawyers.
Nakakapasok naman po.
Then, after a while, after a year or so, medyo, during the day, magkakasama na kami. Then we get locked up sa gabi na lang.
Wait, Senator, were you alone in your cell or madami kayong kasama?
Alone.
Okay.
Tapos, yung mga kasama ko, so sineseparate kami kasi nga ayaw na nag-uusap-usap kami. No? So, ganun. May mga episodes na yan, iba't ibang times na maluwag, then mahigpit. Then, I remember, the last 6 months of my stay in Camp Aguinaldo, pati yung kinuha, pati electric fan, pati so talagang...
So, mainit,
sobra,
talagang nagpawis po kayo.
Makakatulog ka sa, pagka nahanginan yung pawis mo, then, hindi na.
Pwede kayo magkasakit. How many times did you get sick inside jail?
For some reason, you get, parang...
Immune?
Immune pagka nasa ka.
Nasasanay ka na.
Nasasanay ka.
Pala aircon po ba kayo?
Ngayon, syempre, it's oo.
Pero noon, kasi nung
Yun
time na yun, hindi ko alam kung may windows ba kayo, pero for someone like you, feeling ko, wala. How was it? Can you give us a visual of how your first cell looked like?
Ano siya? Maliit siya, siguro mga 2 meters by 3 meters siguro. Tapos, may bintana siya na, may bars, gano'n. So, makakasilip ka naman sa labas. Then, it's an ordinary jail cell.
May higaan po kayo or nasa floor?
Meron kami higaan. Pero yun yung I remember the first time na papasok ako doon sa selda.
Ano po yung feeling?
Alam mo yun yung bang hindi mo may isip that you'll end up in a jail cell. Akala mo you're so far away from that possibility. Di ba? Kasi pinalaki ka na maayos, nag-aaral ka, tapos ganito. Then, papasok ka. So, regardless whether it was for a political cause o kung ano man, pag na-deprive ka ng freedom, it's the same thing. Di ba?
And you being deprived of everything that you normally would experience, ano sa tingin niyo yung saddest part of your jail experience dun sa 3 years na yun, in your cell?
The first 3 years, that's when my youngest son died. Actually, he lived for 21 days lang. So he died due to complications upon childbirth. So medyo yun. And of course, that was caused by the stress. Siyempre,
Of course.
na-stress yung wife ko dun sa...
Were you able to at least hold them?
Yes. I was able to do that. So yun yung... Nagkaroon ako ng humingi ako ng permission sa court to visit my child sa hospital. So,
How many days po kayo naka-visit?
a few days. Kasi sa
A few
Baguio
days,
Oo,
okay.
Sa Baguio. So, trinansport ako doon. Ganun. Then, ayun nga, after 3 years there, I got transferred to Fort Bonifacio. Sa Fort Bonifacio, medyo, na yon, mas malaki na yung community namin, yung mga kasama kong mga sundalo, na nagkita-kita na kami doon. Then, after the Manila Pen siege, doon naman ako dinala sa Camp Crame.
Kasi naman, Senator, nag-walk out po kayo ng hearing nyo. Tapos ginawa na naman po nyo ulit. just wondering, how does one walk out of a hearing? Ang dami pong mga nakabantay, but I know they have respect for you. So how did it happen?
Well, probably I can tell this now, pero sumama sa amin actually yung mga bantay namin.
Oh,
Yeah.
was this,
Kasi hindi naman pwedeng mangyari yon, di ba? Na
True.
nakakalabas kami, ang dami namin bantay. Pero sumama sila. Because noong time na yon, talagang si GMA was so corrupt, tapos narinig pa on ano mismo na voice recording na kung paano siya nandadaya nung 2004 elections. So talagang marami ng sukan-suka dun sa administration noon. Kaya sumama sa amin yung mga bantay. Pero nung alanganin na yung lagay namin, hiniwalay na namin para hindi sila madamay.
so you told them na to return?
Oo.
Oh, so just wondering, plinano po ba to prior going to Manila Peninsula? Kasi hindi naman pwede, guys, labas tayo, di ba? I'm sure there was a conversation with all of them.
Marami. No, I was conversing with different groups. Marami.
How did you do that though? Hindi ba kayo
marami.
sinurveillance na? Kasi yung mga warden, I don't know kung warden ba, pero malamang they're saying bantayan nyo to lalo na pag nagkukumpul-kumpulan kayo.
Pero maraming paraan. Binibisita kami, no, sa Fort Bonifacio, iba't ibang personalities. So doon namin ginagawa yung plano, doon mismo sa kulungan. Then sa pagka may hearing kami,
Then
meet
there.
ko sila. Oo. So iba't ibang personalities yun.
So madaming tumulong po from the outside.
Yes, iba't ibang grupo. Supposed to be yung Manila Pen, yung paglabas namin is just parang starter lang kami, no? Then may nag-pledge na mga politiko na paglabas namin, doon na yung
Sabay-sabay na.
Yan.
Parang
Pero-
revolution na, parang
Oo.
ganon.
But then, when we got out, nobody was there. So itong mga politikong at ibang personalities na nag-commit ng mga wala sila.
Baka natakot po.
Di ba? Ganun yun.
Were you able to ask them later
Yes.
on kung ano pong nangyari? And what did they say?
Tinanong ko, sabi ko, itong usapan natin. Bakit ganun?
Ba't ka ng
Kasi
Indian?
nagkaroon daw ng miscommunication, ganun. Sabi ko, pinapasok nyo doon sa City Hall yung mga baril namin Kumaga ganun. Anyway, someday I'll write about that. Siguro at another.
That's very interesting.
Maraming maraming
Inside
nangyari
stories.
doon. Yeah.
Okay, so can you share to us what happened at Manila Peninsula?
Okay. So after noon, when the people who said they'd show up, didn't show up, so to avoid further bloodshed o kung ano man, then we negotiated para hindi na magkagulo. And what saved us there was yung media, no? Yung media, kasi si GMA, gigil nga sa amin, gusto nila na gumawa ng senaryo wherein parang nanlaban kami, no? Habang so they'll start shooting us. But then the media stuck it out with us. Hindi nila kami binitawan doon nung inaaresto na kami. And pati sila inaresto. Kaya yun yung nangyari doon. Kaya kami na-save. So eventually, dinala ko dito naman sa Camp Crame. Ito na yung last detention. Mga sinama ako initially sa general population kasi they were thinking na sila GMA was thinking na gagalawin ako ng mga detainees doon. Kasi iba't iba na yun. May murder, kidnapping, robbery, may mga Abu Sayyaf, NPA. Ando doon na yun sa general population.
Ito po ba yung mga high profile?
High profile pero may mga rin. Mga hindi high profile, mga regular detainees. So, in-expect nila na by mixing me there, hiniwalay ako doon sa mga tropa namin. Na baka gagalawin ako. Nung pagpasok ko doon, I was so tired no? Kasi hindi ako nakatulog ng, I think, almost 2 days na walang tulog. So pagdating ko talagang knock-out ako sa ano. Then paglabas ko, ando doon yung mga detainees from yung mga general population waiting for me doon sa sa selda ko. Paglabas ko ngayon, sabi nung may nagpakilala kagad, "Sir, ako yung mayor dito." Sabi niya, "Idol ko kayo." Sabi niya, "Ito yung mga mga tao, sila maglilinis ng mo, selda, ganun ba, di thank you ako." So eventually, naging community kami noon. Ako yung parang sinabi lang kasi bawat block may mga mayor. So ako ngayon parang ginawa nilang governor, parang ganon.
Mas mataas po ba yun?
Oh, yes. So parang community kami doon sa loob ng kulungan. Ganon.
Wow, naging leader pa po kayo. And the thought process for them was, gugulpihin kayo. Malamang, they were telling some people there na baka bayaran sila na saktan kayo. But they didn't because they admired you very much. Did you have fear though? Na you're in a different ballpark? Na ito na, chaotic na po kasi lahat na po ng kaso nandun.
Well, yun na nga, I never had the chance to feel that kasi nung pagpasok ko gabi, so knock-out ako, paggising ko na umaga, ando doon na sila sa harap ng selda and that's the first conversation I had. Yung mayor, sabi niya, "Opo, ito po yung taga, walis ng ganon." Sabi ko, sige, di, kami. Then after that, na ako, I did the rounds, tinignan ko sila lahat, so I met with everyone, parang ganon.
parang boto niyo po ako. Parang ganon. Pinakilala sa lahat.
Ganon,
Okay, it's the opposite of what they were hoping for.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you said you were in a new cell. Were you alone also in this one or you were with many people?
Initially, may mga kasama ako. But eventually, nung hindi nila nakuha yung gusto nilang mangyari, transfer na lang ako dun sa kabilang block. Pero pa rin kami, isang community kami.
So, mga ilan po yung mga katabi nyo? Tsaka ano po yung tulugan nyo doon?
Yung doon, mga 3x3 na yun. So,
Plywood,
bunk beds
ganun
yun.
po.
Hindi,
Bunk beds.
na size ng room. Tapos yung CR doon hanggang dito lang yung para hindi ka, para walang hindi yung...
Yes, dapat kasi you're still visually seen.
makikita.
You cannot be covered there kasi baka tumakas ka na or something.
Tapos siyempre, yung toilet doon, yung buhos
Yes.
type. So, ganun yung for 3 years yon. So, 3 years sa Aguinaldo, mga 1 year sa Bonifacio, then 3 years sa Crame.
Sa loob po ng jail, meron po ba yun mga schedules? Kasi in my experience po in my experience, I had to wake up at 6 a.m. Tapos may rosary, tapos parang may certain activities I had to follow. I don't know because syempre, you are in a position. Was it the same with you?
Meron silang schedule kung kailan nila bubuksan yung celdas para meron kang sunning privilege. Pagka na-miss mo yon, you don't get to go out at all. No? So, ganun yon. Nun sa Aguinaldo, ganun yung schedule. Pretty much parang Bartolina ang tawag doon.
Bartolina means you're isolated.
Isolated. So, ganun yung schedule doon. Pero may mga periods na medyo maluwag na we get to play basketball o Then, pero dito sa camp, Crame, may mga times na yung pinipila, nag-head count, di ba, ganun. Tapos, at the end, isasara na kayo sa selda nyo. Ganun.
How about the food, Senator?
Yung food, alam mo, good thing, I lost mga 35 pounds.
So may benefits naman.
Yun na lang, gano'n lang yung mindset mo. Naman siya, nakakain mo naman kung gusto mo.
Can you explain, ano po yung mga ulam na kinain nyo araw-araw?
Ang nangyayari kasi, hindi ka nga gano'ng gaganahan kumain, ano? So, hindi ako magaling kumain ng mga, ano ibang food.
You're choosy.
Oo.
You're
Pero,
choosy
yun nga, ang upside
eater.
nun, konti lang makain mo, talagang
You
bilis
lose
mo puyat.
weight.
Oo.
Pero ano po yung pinapakain sa inyo doon? Kasi yung akin, munggo, araw-araw munggo, pinakbet na isa lang yung squash. Ano po yung ino-offer po sa
Yung
inyo
munggo,
doon?
mas okay pa ako doon kasi mas gusto ko yon. Pero yung mga ginataang tulingan,
Yung
mga
fish, masarap po yun,
hindi,
Ayaw
for some
niyo
reason, nahina ako doon. Pero tapos siguro mga every other day yun eh. Yung munggo, mas gusto ko pa kainin. Kaso, limited yung nutrients nun. Pero, ganon.
Paano po kayo nagtiis? Dinadalaw po ba kayo araw-araw?
Hindi pwede sa isap nun. Talagang pinapahirapan yung visitors. Kaya, bihira ang bisita. Pero, yung sa Krami na, may nagbibigay sa amin ng food. Oo, every day.
Wow!
Oo, kaya kumbaga, siyempre, yun na yung luxury. Pero, ito nga, kunyari yung mga, if you're outside, hindi mo ma-appreciate yung mga kahit Jollibee o kung ano mang food, doon talagang
It's a feast.
It's a
Oh my
feast.
gosh, we understand.
Yeah, it's a feast. Tapos kung anong mga pangmeryendang dadalhin, ano yun?
Parang wow!
Ayan, wow. Talagang ang pinakang na-imagine kong mga fiesta environment doon, pagka yung summer, o-order nung, ano ba to, yung
Halo-halo?
chowking na halo-halo. Yan,
yes.
talagang,
Wow.
wow. Oo. So, yung na-appreciate mo yung little things na nati-take for granted mo pag nasa labas ka.
True. Kasi sobrang walang-wala ka doon. Minsan lang talaga dumating. When you said food was given to you guys daily, donations po ba yun?
Oo.
Ang bait
Meron.
Madami
Oo.
nagdo-donate po.
Nagluluto sila ng good for, ilang kami, mga 30 people.
Mga belao-belao.
No, isang, ano ba yun? Yung
like,
kaserola, ano ba?
yeah,
Oh,
na
ganun.
ganon.
Then, yun, doon kami, kakainin namin. So yung, yung prison food namin, nabibigay namin doon sa ibang inmates na...
Sa inyo na lang po, ito na
so
nakakainin
they get
ko.
to eat extra, rin.
How are you able to make friends? Siyempre, when you're in jail, you have to create allegiances. I know na they welcomed you fast, pero did you create friends that you were able to have outside as well?
Yes, ang daming doon, ang daming opportunities for establishing a bigger network. So yung mga bumibisita, iba't ibang civil society organizations, mga religious organizations, so nabibuild mo sila. Pero sa loob,
Fellow accused po yung tinatanong ko eh.
Ganun ba?
Yes.
Yun sa loob, talagang nagpapa-tournament ako, nagpapa-basketball tournament, chess tournament, tsaka yung Games of the Generals. Talagang, it's a community eh. Then, I was able to fight for yung, conjugal visits ng mga inmates, mga gano'n.
Senator, naalala ko lang, when I was in jail too, pinaglaban po namin yan. Although I'm not married, pero I know the women are the pride.
Yeah.
Pero there's so many rules to that. So, I feel you. So, nabigay po yun?
Nabigay
wow.
yun. So, sila, pati kasi nung nasa Krami ako, I was already a senator then eh.
Okay.
So, nakapag-pa-allocate kami ng pondo para gawin yung conjugal rooms nung mga So,
Dami po nagpasalamat sa inyo doon.
So, yun na nga, parang naging community. And I remember this touching moment na basketball kami, then lumapit sa akin yung isang mga early 20s. Sabi niya, he was very happy na naglalaro kami. Kasi sila daw sa Abu Sayyaf, 9 years old pa lang siya, baril na yung binigay sa kanya. So, kumbaga, hindi niya na-experience yung childhood at all. Kaya, yun na nga eh. Yun yung na-miss out nila. And na-appreciate niya yung mga moments na yun.
Senator, when you met a lot of these accused people, would you think or would you say that you have more compassion sa mga na ko-convict or sa mga fellow men that have done real crimes? I wonder what your thoughts are on that.
Yes, for sure. Ano? Iba't ibang reasons kung bakit nandoon. And nakita ko how prison or jail experience can either make you a better person or it can break you totally. Then, tinitignan ko yung iba't ibang storya nila eh. May mga wrongly accused, meron naman as guilty as hell. But may mga redeeming values. So yung redemption, di ba? And yun lang, meron din kasi kaming nakasama sa kulungan na naging yung siya British national, Hong Kong
foreign.
national, na cannibal eh.
Huh? Kumakain ng tao?
He eats yung yung victims niya. Kaya
Filipino victims?
oo, ang ginagawa niya, dinadrug niya, tapos binivideo niya, tapos pinapakita niya sa relatives para magbigay ng ransom. Pag nagbigay ng ransom, pinapatay rin niya eventually. Pero para binivideo niya habang ini-slice niya
Oh
yung
my
piece
gosh!
of the
Habang
parang
buhay?
parang nga naman makumpel yung mga relatives to pay up. So, merong ganong kaming...
Ano namang reaction yun nung kinakwentuhan kayo ng ganong
Hindi,
brutal
alam
crime?
na namin lahat. Hindi naman niya kailangan kwento yon kasi eventually word gets out na kung what he is in for.
Ang wild ng mga nakilala nyo.
May ibang
Hindi po ba kayo natakot na baka kayo na yung next kainin? Or yung mga
Hindi
situations na ganon?
Hindi naman. Kasi yun na nga pag naging community na kayo, you see yourselves as equals
Yeah.
Regardless kung ano pang pinanggalingan mo. Di ba? Andun, may mga rin minsan doon, yung mga Nigerian, yung mga scammers.
Mga scammers online.
Yun.
Meron ba nung time
So,
na
iba't
yun?
ibang
And so, I suppose, nalaman nyo yung mga diskarte nila. And are you able to use it now in politics?
Which one?
Yung mga, alam mo na yung mga backstories nila, what could have happened. Like, yung mga kalakalan nila.
Yes, but doon yun sa mga naging rebelde. Kung ano yung naging story nila, bakit sila naging rebelde. So, yun, nag-stick sa mind ko yun. And yung iba naman talagang lang kumbaga crimes of poverty lang.
Yes.
They got in and out ng And eventually, paglabas namin, may mga kinuha kami na mga
You hired them.
Yes.
You gave them a
parang,
second chance in life. Oh, that's very nice.
natin.